The villa was a stunning beauty surrounded by high walls. Its garden was filled with tropical plants, and there were rows of sunbeds around the pool. Upon entering, guests were greeted by a luxurious interior that left them spellbound. A high-ceiling living room, large glass windows, and elegant chandeliers illuminated the space. The attendees, dressed in their finest attire and holding champagne glasses, engaged in friendly conversations. However, as the night progressed, an eerie tension began to settle in. Conversations grew quieter, and eyes darted around nervously. At some point in the night, the electricity went out. The inside of the villa plunged into darkness, and a chaos filled with sudden screams erupted. Shortly after, the power was restored, but something had changed. Several guests were missing, and no one had seen them. The attendees quickly gathered and began searching for the missing individuals. The villa's corridors were dark and silent. When they entered a room, the door suddenly slammed shut, trapping them inside. They frantically tried to open the door, but to no avail. Meanwhile, a car was carrying a group of people to the villa. As they approached, they stopped in front of the gate. As they got closer to the door, a sudden gust of wind blew, and the villa's windows began to shatter. Inside, those trapped heard the sound of the glass breaking and continued to wait in fear. The individuals in the car sensed that something was amiss inside the villa. They shone their headlights inside, revealing a strange figure on the rooftop. Suddenly, this figure started moving and began screaming in rage. Those trapped inside the villa finally managed to open the door. However, the sight that greeted them was horrifying. Some guests were lying on the floor, covered in blood, while others had disappeared entirely. Some people trembled, remembering the strange figure's eerie screams. The drivers of the car quickly decided to flee and drove away from the villa. The terrifying memories of that night haunted them for a lifetime. The villa was now known as the epicenter of a nightmare, and no one dared to venture there.